check, 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need, get over the fear, and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Welcome to podcast episode 281. We've got 5 questions sent in by real estate investors. And if you have a question, send it to support@michaelquarles.com. No commercials right now. Let's get right into the questions. Question number 1. In my city, you can find houses that are in pretty bad areas and in horrible condition that need a ton of work, that I can buy them for $5,000 and the ARV for $30,000. Is there enough meat on the bone to go after these kinds of houses, or what price range should I be investing in? Well, there's not enough meat on the bone to get excited about anything if you can buy a house for $5,000 and an ARVs after a lot of work for $30,000. There's just nothing exciting there. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. The only time I get excited about a house that's, the $10,000 price range is when I got a house that I can buy for $10,000. It's probably worth $25,000. It's got good tenants in it. They've been there a long time, and I can get my money back within 2 years. So, if they're renting something out for $400 a month and I can buy it for $10,000, 24 months, that's $9,600. That's close enough for me. I'm going to buy that puppy and keep it. I'm not going to flip it. Because I hope I'm going to live longer than 2 more years. And it's just going to be passive income coming at me forever, and I'll need the $10,000. So, but I'm not going to market for those guys. When we enter a market, there's some algorithms that we work on. There's some graphs and charts and some data sets that we look at. But we also make sure that we don't intentionally market for houses under $50,000. I like that $200,000 price range. The 140 is a nice price range as well. But there's some good money at $200,000 price range. There's not a lot of money at $5,000. Let's face it. Not a lot of money at $5,000. There are people that love that market. I want to make some money on every transaction. Here's the deal. If you're in a market where you can make, let's call it $5,000 on a $5,000 house, and you're buying the thing and you're selling the thing and you're, putting a for sale sign up and you're doing the emails and whatever you're doing to buy it and sell it, I'm going to do the same amount of work. I'm going to make put the same effort into my houses that you're doing in your houses, except I'm going to make $30,000. And if we're doing the same amount of work, why wouldn't you want to do what I do and make $30,000 a house net? And you say, yeah, but Mike, my area doesn't allow me to have those houses. Well, I buy houses all across the country. Yeah, I buy them in my backyard too, but I'll buy a house in Texas and Florida and New York and, Philly and Ohio and Illinois. North Carolina. I buy them all over the place. You don't have to see these things. Just go buy a house. Okay? You can do this if you want, and if you don't think you can, you're right. So if you think you can, you're right, and if you think you can't, you're right. I just know you can. Take some of my encouragement for you and go buy a house in a market that's going to cause you to make some better money. Question number 2. If you're in debt, do you believe it's best to enter the coaching program or to pay it off first? My particular situation is I'm 24 years young. I have $16,000 in school loan and debt and stupid credit cards. February, I'll be in a position to have that paid off, and I want to join your coaching program. But should I join it now? Well, yeah, I think you should join it now. Because February is 6 months away. 6 months from now. Buy a house a month, make $30,000 a house, that's $180,000. That someone is going to make that you should be making. And I'm not saying stop paying off your debt, but if you're on a cycle where you're going to pay it off in 6 months, well, what if you pay half of it off? The credit card debt's not going to require you to pay it all off in 6 months. The school loans aren't going to be they don't require you to pay them all off in 6 months. But what would happen if you started, putting some money towards those and being responsible for that, because I believe that's an important part. But also learn how to be financially independent so you never have this situation again. Because it's $16,000 in debt. If you think about it, it's not that much money. If in the big picture of life, 16 in debt is not that much money. It just isn't. It is now for you because that's all you can see. But I can see around the corner for you, and I know, learn how to buy a house a month. Make $30,000 a house. Maybe you're only going to make 26. Maybe you're only going to make 21. But you're going to be in a better situation making the money and learning how to be financially independent So you can do what's really important in life. And that's to help people that can't help themselves. Because you're going to make a bucket load of money in your lifetime if you want to be a real estate investor. I mean, if you just want to be, if that's your desire and you want to be, then you will be. And because you will be, you're going to make a bucket load of money. You're going to make more money than you need. Your family and your friends are all going to have what they need that they can't supply for themselves because you're going to be that guy. And then you're going to ask yourself, you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to say, Mike, what now? And the answer to that question is help those that can't help themselves. So let's start. Man, the program's only $247 a month. Okay, I've got it priced at a price point that causes everybody to be able to do it. Because I looked in the mirror and I said, what can I do? And I said to myself, I can teach people how to buy houses for a living, profitably. I'm happy doing it. So jump on board. And you don't need a bucket load of money for marketing. Let's face it. I mean, it's easier if you have some money for marketing. But, I mean, I've cold called for a year. I had 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Was it fun? No. This is not fun to call FSBOs, for rent by owners, people that are trying to sell car, people that are having a garage sale. It's not fun, but it's rewarding because I know that you can talk to 16 people an hour. And I know if you're calling cold, 1 in 100 gets you an appointment. And I know cold, 9 appointments get you an opportunity, a contract. I also know FSBOs and for rents are 1 in 20, 1 in 25. So I know in one way you need about 55 hours or so of work, and the other way you need about 14 hours of work. You have to know how to do all this stuff. That's what the coaching program's for, but you don't have to spend a bucket load of money on marketing. In fact, one of the things, because I do own YellowLetters.com, one of the things that I see a lot is people that don't know what they're doing spend all of their money up front in marketing before they learn what they need to do. So they blow their entire budget before learning. I'd rather you not do it that way. My job as a coach is to put you in the water, put all these life vests on you, put a big old boat underneath you, and so if you start sinking, you're going to just stand in the bottom of the boat. Protect you from the sharks and everything else that are out there. But that's my job. So jump on board. Let's get you on this other side of debt. Question number 3. Marketing to motivated sellers is a great way to find deals in the real estate business. However, it can also be emotionally challenging because so many sellers aren't motivated. Can you provide some advice on how to get through both the emotional highs and the lows of the business? Absolutely. Here's my advice. Hire us to answer your phone, only giving you the appointments from the motivated people. I mean, we charge like $97 a month to answer your phone. I mean, it's stupidly inexpensive. It's crazy. But it's who I want to be. I mean, it's what I want to do. I want to help people be successful. So let's take that away from you so you're never emotionally low. You're always on the high because all you're doing is playing with the right fruit that says, come on, grab me. You're not worried about all the people that are wanting to know why we do what we do and telling us we can't do what we're doing and all the fact finders and the seekers and all that. We're only going to give you motivated people. Because here's what's going to happen. I just know what's going to happen. As I said earlier, you're going to get to a position in life that you're going to be able to do what I do, and that's help those people that can't help themselves yet. So that should be a reason, ultimately never to have a low. I'm never low. Yeah, I take that back. Yeah, I see a sad movie, and I guess I'm sad because it's a sad movie, or see a video and stuff like that, but I'm not going to get down. Man, life is too important. There's too many things we need to do still. There's too many people we can help to ever be low, and if someone calls me up and calls me an idiot, you know what that does for me? It tells me I'm one step closer to someone who needs me to help them. Because I can't help them all. And if someone wants to willfully tell me that they're not one of the people that need me to help them, yeah, great. Thank you for letting me know not to spend time with you so I can go spend time with someone more important that needs my service. But in the beginning, have us answer your phone. Question number 4. When you are assigning the property and the property is tenant or owner occupied, does that change your offer price since this makes the inspection process more difficult? I don't assign. I don't know why anybody does it. I take that back. Now, I have assigned a handful of deals. I don't get it. It's learn how to do this so you don't have to make a little bit of money. I mean, you're doing the hard part. You're finding the person that wants to that wants to sell a house. You're doing the hard part. You're doing the big hard part. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Learn the rest of it. That's the problem. A lot of coaches, they'll teach you a little bit, but they won't teach you all of it. Well, learn all of it. Learn how to buy with seller financing, sub-2 financing. Learn how to do concurrent closes. Learn how to resell it before you own it. Learn how to market it professionally. Because if you're contracting houses, you've done most of the work. Let me take you all the way through the process so you can make bucket loads of money and not a sign. And if it's owner-occupied or tenant-occupied, I don't know. Most all properties are owner-occupied or tenant-occupied. So it is what it is. You negotiate it correctly. You use the right agreements. It's not a big deal. Question number 5. I have a seller with a free and clear home. Seller is willing to go down to at least 70% of the as-is price. The home is in good shape, and I know I can sell it fast. What should I do if he doesn't want to do seller financing and only wants to cash at close? Should I seek an equity lender or spend time looking for a better deal? I would get this deal done even if it's a skinny deal, because it would be allowing me to spend some more money on my marketing. Sorry, I was reading the question, thinking about it. You need 5% more. You need to get him down to 65%, and then you're home free. Because equity lenders and hard money lenders, they want to play around the 65% as is value range, so you need 5% more. Let us teach you how to convince that seller that on a free and clear house that they're already financing. And here's what I know about a free and clear house. It wouldn't be free and clear if they needed the money. So they wouldn't have invested it in themselves if they in fact needed to spend the money. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to sell the problem. That's why we're here. That's what we do. We solve problems. So learn how to come into the coaching program, learn how to negotiate seller financing, because you're 5%, almost there for equity and hard money. But heck, 2-3 weeks, I can teach you how to do seller financing pretty easy. I mean, we do a class on, how many classes? We're doing 50 a month now. Get into our coaching program, learn how to do this stuff, set your life free. I appreciate the opportunity, guys and gals, to ramble on and rant and all the things I get to do because you guys want to listen. I do appreciate it. Talk to you soon. No commercials today. That's pretty cool. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.